What's up, guys? Welcome to another Talking to Fans, episode 17. If you're not subscribed yet and you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We do baseball content and Talking to Fans, which is a series of podcasts where I talk to fans about baseball. Today's guest is MLB The Show Clips 2. What is up?
What's up?
So you want to...
Having me on.
No problem, man. You want to tell everyone, about yourself and what you do baseball content-wise?
Yeah, okay, so as you can tell by the username, I do MLB The Show 20 clips, or I guess content from MLB The Show 21. So, and it'll go into next year too when, again, MLB The Show 22. And that's it, basically.
So what kind of made you start wanting to do MLB The Show content and what you do? Because you got some followers over there. You're about to hit 6K, so you're grinding.
Yeah, so when I started, it was like last year on August, I decided I was bored, I guess you could say. And I saw that other people like Cougs and stuff were doing like content and like Gomes. So I decided to make a channel based on, not a channel, but like a TikTok based on that. And I've grown up far since then. So I guess that's how.
Awesome. So I was going to ask who inspired you to start making content, but you kind of answered that with Cougs. So that's your answer is Cougs?
Yeah, basically Cougs and Gomes, I guess you'd say.
Where does Little Man rank on that list?
So I like him too, but like he was like the fourth option because I also like Shelty above him. But like he's good too, I think, and it'd be pretty cool to meet him or play against him at one point.
Yeah, Little Man's kind of like on the low or buy list. Like there are creators like Fuzzy that come ahead of him because I'm a big Fuzzy fan,
Fuzzy too, I put ahead of him. So
a lot of people come at me and be like, "Why is Little Man not like your favorite?" I'm just a Fuzzy fan. That's who I like. Like I don't have anything against Little Man or anything. I respect his content and all that.
Yeah, and it's just that he's kind of new too. It's not like he's one of like.
I don't know if you knew this, everyone, but I was doing like some research. He's the most followed baseball creator on TikTok.
That's crazy how far he came.
It is. So, like, who's your favorite team? I'm guessing the Rays since you got a Rays hat on, or who is it?
Yeah, Rays are my favorite team.
How do you feel about the Wander Franco deal?
I like it. I think that he's going to stay for a long time. He's the future, and he could lead us to a couple championships, hopefully.
Yeah, and I think that sets the record for the longest and most money spent on a player in Rays history, because y'all's market is kind of rough, a little bit.
That's the only thing I think that we actually did. It's a big contract extension.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shocked, and I think a lot of people were shocked when y'all signed Franco to a long deal like that. I knew he was gonna be a Ray for some time, but I didn't think that long because that's not what y'all do as a team, and I think a lot of people know this.
Yeah, I completely agree as a Rays fan. It's been hard with all the deals, but I mean, we're here now, and hopefully the future's ahead with multiple championships. So
Y'all are going to be a fun team to watch, and part of that is y'all's chemistry, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like y'all have an even better chance if the Astros get rid of Correa. I think...
Yeah. Well, unless he goes to the Yankees, then we might be screwed, but...
Here's my thing. Even if he goes to the Yankees, I still feel like y'all win that division.
Yeah, I think that if Glasnow comes back eventually, I think that he'll be out this year with the Tommy John surgery recovering. But if he goes back next year, I think he can come back strong and we could possibly be good with the pitching. And then we have some young prospects like Shane Baez. So I think how you pronounce his name. And then more people like that. And the bullpen's still pretty top notch. So I think we have a good shot.
And I'm just going to say this about y'all's rotation real quick. I think Shane McClanahan could be a big guy to look up to this year because he's He could be that ace until Glasnow comes back.
I actually think he will be the ace because I think that he's better than Shane Baez personally, but he didn't do that good this year. I mean, it was his rookie year, so maybe he'll do better. But hopefully he'll do better and get us going past we made the playoffs the last 2 years, I think. So good job to go forward. Then with Franco, and then we also have a good prospect system and farm system. So I can really see it going up from here, possibly.
Yeah, I can see it going. I can see it going well too. All right. The MLB lockdown. What is your opinion on that? That's been a big topic the last 10 days.
So I'm gonna be honest. I kind of know what it is, but I kind of don't know what it is too. It's like one of those in between. But I feel like that they just need to work something out so we can get baseball back. And I want to see the free agent signings and see where all the big players are still left. There's still quite a bit of people still left. Correa's left, I think. Then there's more free agents that need to get signed. So they need to figure something out, and hopefully we can get baseball back pretty soon and start on regular time.
Yeah, we're gonna be cutting it close. We need to get. I feel like we need to get a deal done like January, middle of January, so Correa and other big free agents still have that time because we still got Rizzo on the market, Freddie Freeman, Correa, Chris Bryant.
Some big names like that, yeah.
Those are the four who really stand out right now.
But I mean, and the good thing is it's a break for the players too to see their families and stuff, which is always nice to see. Give them a little more extra time off, but
I mean the benefit. What are you gonna say?
I was saying, but we want baseball back at the same time, so they need to make a deal and hopefully get it starting pretty soon on normal track, and hopefully we'll be back by April or March for the season.
Yeah, spring training, the first game is on February 26th if we stay to this schedule so far and they get a deal done. What is one rule you think we could see in 2022 and beyond?
So I think that I don't know if this will happen, but maybe hopefully that the thing will change, the rule with this extra inning runner, and go back to normal. I mean, I like it, but maybe hopefully it can change in that going forward.
I mean,
yeah, so hopefully that will happen.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that second base rule because it kind of screws the team.
I don't like it either.
Like, if you don't score in the top of the 10th, as a fan, you feel like you're done.
Because, it's kind of defeating. Because, I mean, both teams get a chance, but, if one of the teams, not gets more, lucky, but, has a good offensive start, and then another team does. Because I watched some games in the race have gotten screwed over a couple times in the regular season, where we could have had wins, but we lost because the extra inning rule thing.
And I feel like that has to be gone. I feel like that was just a COVID thing, but COVID is kind of coming to an end when you think about it. We're still in a pandemic, yeah, but a lot of stuff is back to normal, like not having to wear a mask out like we did have to for a while. And at baseball games, it feels a lot more normal. Because if you go to a baseball game,
with all the fans there, and there was a race game I went to this season, and there was a lot of fans there. So I mean, it was pretty cool.
I mean, there were sellouts that I went to as a Braves fan this year, and even during COVID, we have this area called the Battery, and they were letting people go out and watch games on there, and we're all close to each other, and nothing really happened, but just they weren't really social distancing, which I don't know. I'm kind of okay with it.
You gotta let people live their lives, but some simple stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's dangerous, yeah, but I don't know.
I completely agree with that, but I mean, people gotta live their lives.
That's the thing, yeah. I mean, for us, we're kind of at the kid spot of our life where you're in high school, I'm in middle school, and these years are kind of special for us as kids. So we gotta live it. Are you back? The connection kind of failed a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's good. Is it good on? Well,
Hold up, guys. Let's wait for the connection to get.
it's still breaking, kind of. Yeah.
All right, we're good now, I think.
Yeah, let me just make sure. All right, I think I'm.
It's still kind of
Kind of bad. All right.
It's well. I'll just talk about something. All right, I think it's good. Yeah, it's good. When y'all lost in the World Series, when Adames struck out, how did that make you feel? Because y'all had a great season in 2020 and a great run, and for it to come to an end like that, how did it feel as a Rays fan?
Okay, so I was a little mad at the time, but like we were down. I think if I remember correctly, we were down 3-2, and they won the series 4-2. And it didn't affect the outcome of the game because we were already down. But I do gotta say, what affected the game was the Blake Snell pull-in. That I feel like sold our season, and I knew we were done after that because we were winning that game, and we just. I don't think it was Adames' fault. I like Adames personally, and I wish we could have kept him. It's too bad we got rid of him, but that's what happens in baseball. We lost some big free agents. Not big free agents. We lost like signings like Mike Brasso. He helped us win that divisional series against the Yankees to get us to the World Series. He's gone. I mean, just a cycle with the Rays. To get people, then we lose them, and then it's just cycle of the Rays basically. And we bring in prospects and go from there.
I mean, yeah. Who's your favorite Rays player?
I like Austin Meadows. I've always liked him, but I also like Tyler Glasnow too. So I mean, but I like Austin Meadows, and I've always have since I like the Rays. Well, I like the Rays, like them Longoria, but now my favorite player currently, Austin Meadows.
Awesome. Yeah, I thought Austin Meadows was gonna go off, like, because he had that big 2019 with like 30 home runs, I think, and he was just a great player for you all that season. But
it's just this past season he did all right. I mean, he didn't do that good as I would have liked, but I mean, it was decent enough to get us to win the division. So
yeah, I thought y'all were going far, and then Boston had other plans. Like the Red Sox were just hot.
Yeah.
They beat the Yankees. That was an underrated beat because I thought the Yankees were going to win. Like, I think a lot of America thought the Yankees were going to win. And then that.
Too, yeah.
Like,
Boston's just a good team. I mean,
like Boston just came together as a team and beat the Yankees.
I mean, we were down 2-1 at one point, but I feel like we could have possibly won the game if that call went the other way. That was like a home run off the Hunter Renfroe. I mean, it would have been, but if it was close enough to be a home run or at least not a ground rule double, then that would have been good. But
yeah, I mean, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this real quick. Game 4 of that series, it really helped out Zach Campbell in his job, wouldn't you say? By him catching 3 home runs.
Yeah, he caught 3 home runs, I think, or something like that. And
that was crazy. I watched his video, and he was just catching home run after home run in the postseason. It's what you live for if you're Zach Campbell. That's his job. That's really what you live for if you're him.
Right. I mean, that'd be kind of cool to go to the games and like catch the fly balls and home run, and not fly balls, the home runs and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Like, the closest I've been to catching a home run, and if you want to explain your story when I'm done, the Braves were taking batting practice. It was this season. We played the Giants. It was like the end of August. We went to a Saturday game. It was part of like me going to 4 games in 1 week because I had this 1 week where I went to 4 games in a 1 week span.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. I actually have blogs from 3 of those games on YouTube if y'all want to go check them out. I definitely guarantee it. They're very awesome and they're a lot of fun doing.
Yeah.
But during BP, Ozzy Albies hit one out, and it was about 2 rows maybe over my head. If I would have like ran a little bit quicker, then I probably would have gotten it. But it was crowded and all that.
That's cool though. They got to go 4 games.
Yeah, 2 of them were Yankees games. The fan experience with that was kind of bad. Like, we were all doing the chop and we were all being like boo when the Yankees fans were like starting to get hyped because you know what the Yankees fans do, and they'll be like F a certain player if they want to. That's the Yankees fan for you.
Toxic fan base a little bit, but
To the people who are chill Yankees fans, just props, like, because y'all get the game, y'all know how to react, y'all are chill fans. But to the Yankees fans who are just like F Altuve or whatever, F a certain player, just chill out. Chill out. It's Jose Altuve. He cheated. But, I mean, you don't have to make a big deal out of it. You don't have to make the deal bigger than it is.
it was like 3 years ago, I think, right? Or something like that.
4 years ago, not even like 3, 4.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
I mean, how do you feel about that scandal, and are you over it, or how do you feel?
I mean, it didn't really affect my team. I mean, actually, I guess you could say it did because I think, if I remember correctly, in the 2017 divisional series, we played the Astros and we lost. But I mean, like, I don't remember for sure. But
No,
I don't even think
y'all
we made
played the Astros actually played the Red Sox, I think.
Oh, in that series we did? Yeah, I wasn't sure it was one. I think we actually played them in the wild card, the Red Sox, when we lost. So, I don't remember for sure. Maybe someone can fact check that, but I just don't remember. But I don't think it affected my team really because we weren't going anywhere anyway.
I'll just say that for you right now. The 2017 AL wild card was the Yankees versus the Twins, and the Red Sox actually won their division. Just gonna make this clear for anyone.
Yeah. So actually, I don't think the Rays made the playoffs that year. Actually, then.
Yeah, I know y'all made it in 2018. I think. No, y'all didn't.
I got confused. 2018. In 2018, it was the Astros and the Red Sox in the championship series, right?
Yeah, correct.
And then I think we played Boston in the divisional series, if I remember correctly. I haven't remembered in a while, but I know that in 2019, I'm pretty sure we missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
We were like third place. We were so close. And in 2020, we had that run. But I really think 2018 we lost to the Red Sox in the divisional round. Maybe someone could check that, but I think that's what happened.
It was the Yankees and the Red Sox in 2018. Y'all made it in 19 and faced the Astros. Yeah, it was 19. There we go.
I wasn't sure which. Yeah, sorry. I got a little confused.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Too fast. Anyone who's wondering the same thing could really use that who's watching this video. So, I guess thank you for that. And
but I just remember we've been recently good, but we were bad. I mean, but in 2013, I think I really became a Rays fan. If I remember correctly, I went to my first game too. It was pretty cool. I think I got on TV, like they showed a home run. It was like the A's versus the Rays. It was pretty fun. That was my first ever baseball game, I think, in 2013. And that's when I really became a Rays fan. So I remember, like, all the players, like, back in the day, like Desmond Jennings, he used to play. And I used to, like, a bunch of the Rays. And I used to play MLB 2K13. I don't know if you ever played that. But
I did
that was
play it.
pretty cool. A fun game.
I was kind of late to the punch. I didn't really become a fan until like 2016. So like I've been kind of spoiled as a Braves fan, unfortunately. But I know what it's like to lose, and I know it's not a good feeling.
Yeah, I think we've been good the last 3 years, pretty solid. Hopefully we'll be good this year too.
I think y'all got a good chance to win the division.
I think we have a chance to win the division again. If not, it's going to be the Yankees because they're always up there for some reason. I hate saying it, but the powerhouse with all the money they have and the management. I mean, the coach is a little bad. The manager's bad, but like the upstairs office is just pretty good for the Yankees. You just gotta respect that. I hate saying that, but
yeah. I mean, I'm not a Yankees hater, but I could get that.
You gotta give credit sometimes.
I could get that a little bit.
I'm a Yankees. I hate the Yankees, but I'm still. You can't do anything about that powerhouse of a management, like front office, and that roster's kind of scary. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if they bring back like Rizzo or something, then I don't know. It might be tough.
So
I still think our offense can compete with that offense too. So I mean, like,
yeah. The next question I got for you is, it just came out very recently. MLB was using 2 different kinds of baseballs in the 2021 season, and it's the reason why there was such a powerhouse during the Field of Dreams. How do you feel about that and MLB using 2 different baseballs and not even selling the players?
I think that they should have just kept the original ball. I mean, when you change stuff, they probably most likely made it easier to hit, and that's why there was so much like offensive firepower. Because I'm pretty sure there was more home runs hit. More strikeouts. I think this year. So they just got to make the ball back to what it was and stop changing it. And the MLB, what they have to do is keep everything consistent. Because the fans, at least I do, I think the fans wanted to keep it consistent. But when you change something, that doesn't go good with the fans or the coaches or anything. And I'm not saying this is why, but you know how the agreement hasn't been coming to an end because like all the players and management are like going at it. But maybe the balls have to do something. I'm not saying it's possible, but it could be.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with you. I feel like they should have kept the 2 balls. I feel like they should have kept the ball from 2020 and 2019 where it was at, because there were more home runs, and when there's more home runs, it makes baseball more fun to watch.
And I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's either the MLB had more strikeouts than normal for pitchers or more home runs than normal for pitchers. I saw like a statistic on one of the sports shows I was watching, but I just don't remember which one it was off the top of my head.
I think it was both, actually.
Oh, both? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was one or the other, but it could have been both, actually.
Because MLB complained about the home runs going up and the strikeouts going up. We saw pitchers like...
Yeah, I saw it. Actually, I think it was both, actually.
Which, I'm a fan of strikeouts, I'm a fan of home runs. I like diving plays and stuff, but, like, I'm more of a fan of, like, strikeouts and home runs. More home runs.
But, like, with the home runs, it makes the game more entertaining than a strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. Yeah, that's cool for the player to make history and stuff, possibly. But as a fan, I think runs and more off the firepower than more of like a defensive side, you know.
Yeah. Like, with home runs, there comes more bat flips. That's what's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Players showing emotion.
Kind of.
And I think we have to talk about that for a minute. I mean, I'm sure you're probably for the bat flips, right?
Yeah, I'm for the bat flips. That's entertaining. And then seeing
Another connection thing real quick. Hold up.
Happen with there. Javier Baez, that's actually pretty entertaining. Oh.
All right. Are we good? The connection's having some problems. Sorry, guys.
Good.
All right. So, one last question.
Yeah, sorry about
You're good. So one last question before we end this,
Mhm.
because we're kind of coming up on 30 minutes. And, I'm going to ask if you play baseball. And if you do, what position do you play?
Okay, so actually, I want to talk about that. So, I I used to play, like I still play sometimes, but I took the season off. I'll probably get back into it. I actually started umpiring, like little kids and stuff, like the little leagues, so I can get money actually. But I might start playing baseball. But when I did, I've always liked being a pitcher, so I like pitching. And then when I used to play, I used to also be for my field position was second or first base.
Oh, awesome. So describe, like,
Mhm.
how it feels being an umpire, like, honestly. Let's just talk about that again. How does that feel?
Yeah, so being an umpire, I mean, you got to deal with the coaches wanting their calls. You got to deal with the parents and stuff getting mad. And some of the kids sometimes make extra comments. I mean, you just got, well, umpire teachers used to have a thicker skin and not let the little stuff bothering you. And you always got to go with your gut. If you don't go with your gut, then you're letting it loose. I mean, the calls aren't going to go perfect. I mean, umpires are humans, like, too. So, I mean, they're going to make mistakes, and you just got to get past it. And you just got to play around the mistakes sometimes that the umpires make in the bad calls.
And since we're still on the topic of umpires, I just want to talk about this. How do you feel about possibly being robot umpires in baseball in MLB?
Robot umpires?
Yeah.
I actually think, I mean, yeah, I know how they're human and humans make mistakes, but if robots are programmed to, they're not programmed, but like, if robots have a good common sense of like the strike zone are consistent, I think umpiring calls would be more consistent as like compared to humans because they're more. I think robots would be more sophisticated than actual human umpires because they all make less mistakes. I think, and they'll be more efficient.
I totally agree with that. I don't know what to think. It could be bad. It could be good.
Mm-hmm, exactly. It's one of those double-edged swords.
Exactly.
I mean, I know it's a little off topic, but you can say the same thing about NFL referees. I mean, like, would it be good to have NFL robot referees or humans? I mean,
That's just like one example.
that's an example of like how refs can come into play and cost the games because there's been bad calls that have costed NFL teams games. Do same with baseball a couple times. Like for example, that Giants game. I mean, that could have gone either way. I personally think that he didn't go on that swing and he could have had another pitch. But I mean, it's just how every fan views it. But I mean, ultimately, it is the umpire's call. So I mean, that's just an example of what possibly could have happened. But I don't know. It's just humans make mistakes, but robots might be more efficient.
And since you just gave an example, here's like an example I can give.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier this season for the Braves, there's this bad call in the ninth, Alec Bohm, like where
Mm-hmm.
he slid into the plate. He didn't touch the plate, but he got called safe. And it was like touching headlines the whole like next 3 days and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the game was tied 6-6 in the ninth, and then Ozuna tried to throw him out, and he did get him, but the umpire made a bad call. They made a bad call. That's baseball. Not everything's gonna go your way. You're gonna lose. You're gonna strike out 4 times in a game. You're not gonna be perfect.
I was always told that the average player goes 3 out of 10 at bats, 3 rate at bat, a 300 batting average. So I mean, baseball is a game of failure, and you just gotta expect that. But you gotta get past that and just like. I know how a lot of kids like try to blame or people in general blame the umpires when really it could be part of the umpire's fault, but you also got to do around it. Like you can be better defensively, you can make less mistakes. I mean, you can hit more. I mean, it just it's not always the umpires that cost you. You just got to get around those mistakes. That's all.
Yeah, and if you have that stuff bubble up in your head, it's say you make an error one time and you don't forget about it, or you got a bad call one time and you still don't forget about it, it will make you make more errors and make you get more bad calls and like just stuff like that. You can't like have that bubble up. You got to move on. Baseball's a game of failure, and baseball's a game of short-term memory.
Yep. That's what you got to view it as in order to be successful.
Yeah. One more thing before we head out. What is a tip you got for young baseball players trying to make their goal happen?
So I'm a little older now, and I wish I could have done this more. Practice, practice, practice. Always be out. At least do a swing.
Sorry, guys. The phone just freaking died. I'll text him back. But basically, what he was saying is just practice. Put in 30 to 40 minutes every single day. And yeah, I'm sorry about the phone, but we're literally about to end this. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. And peace out, guys. And obviously, he was gonna say thank you for having me on. MLB The Show clips too. No problem. Peace out, guys. Peace out, Hayden Nation.